Alliance opposed to Rajapaksha takes shape. Defeat for both Ranil and Sajith. Mahinda talks to Ranil on Kahelia's behalf. New lease of life for Wero Answers. Fonseka to make a return in a big way.
The leader, දේශයට මග කියන ප්‍රවෘත්ති පෙළගැස්ම.
Alliance opposed to Rajapaksha takes shape. Another of the mushrooming alliances for the presidential polls took its shape day before yesterday. As many as 28 MPs met for breakfast at Monarch Imperial at Thalawathagoda. Representing the SLFP's Nimal Siripala faction was the leader himself, Amara Wero and Duminda. Yapa, Lanza and Priyankara came from Anura Yapa's alliance. Among several newcomers were Violendran, Ishak, Haris, Musharraf, Sudath, Udaya Kantha and Jagath Priyankara. 3 of them came towards the end. Siripala Amarasinghe and Veera Kumara, both ex-JVPers, led the discussion that started at 8:00 a.m. and went on for around 2 hours. A majority was of the view that they cannot be in an alliance with the Rajapaksas. Lanza remarked that all of them wanted Ranil to win, but that he will get humiliated if Mahinda, Basil and Nimal go on his stage. People hate the Rajapaksas so much that we will lose Catholic, Muslim and Tamil votes, he said. Nimal Siripala wanted to know if he can win without the SLPP's support. Another replied that seems a problem now. Nothing of this sort would have happened had that party been broken into pieces, as we said then, he said. He cannot win without their support. But if he will lose badly if he gets them on his stage, he said. All agreed that Ranil is the only person capable of reviving the country. Some proposed forming an alliance opposed to the Rajapaksas. Anura Yapa said they had the support of around 70 MPs. Nimal Siripala was tactful, stressing that they should not pressurize the president against obtaining support from the Rajapaksas. He is contesting as an independent. He cannot refuse if anyone extends support. We should give priority to electing Ranil. Thereafter, we will contest elections under our new alliance, he suggested. Their meeting ended with agreement to hold their first public rally in the Rajapaksa bastion, Hambantota. Most of those who were there were one-time die-hard Rajapaksa loyalists. Did their enmity to that family happen all of a sudden, or it came out after fermenting for some time? Anyway, a separate camp is getting formed as opposed to the Rajapaksas. How close will they become to the people? Will they be acceptable to the people? Defeat for both Ranil and Sajith. Being mindful of anti-Rajapaksa sentiments among MPs, Nimal has come up with a new effort to rally youths to win over public trust for the SLPP again. Iranda Ginige is in charge of coaching them on leadership and oratory. The ex-advisor for Gotabaya held several workshops in the past days, and the outcome was made public on the 14th. It was in the form of a media briefing at the Nelum Mawatha headquarters. Representing the SLPP women's wing on the occasion were Supini Sandamali, Chaturika Sumitra Rachchi, and Savindya Edirimane. Nimal's target is the presidential polls in 2030. He is also fielding a new group of his own focused on the general election. The plan is to name 30% young candidates per district. A member of his inner circle, former Youth Council Chief Damitha Wickramasinghe, is spearheading the project. While Nimal works against Ranil, Basil tries to revive the party by getting close to that one. Tiru Nadasan has been the go-between. Both uncle and son have the same objective, although they work in different ways. Not just the Lanzas and Dumindas, even some SJB MPs are aware of a danger coming from a SLPP revival. They are campaigning within the party to bring the SJB and the UNP together in order to counter the challenge from the Rajapaksas and the NPP. Rajitha is giving leadership to that effort. He says both Ranil and Sajith will lose if there is no unity between them. It is the former UNP vote base that is now divided as that of the UNP and the SJB. Only the SLPP had been able to challenge it. Now it has become very weakened while the NPP has sprinted forward, so critics say right-wing politics will be in peril without an accord between the UNP, SJB and the SLPP. Mahinda talks to Ranil on Kahelia's behalf. Mahinda made an unannounced visit to Ranil at his office at the parliamentary complex. Lokuge and Thanuka accompanied him. Ranil welcomed them and inquired if Mahinda wanted to discuss the letter he received from him. Mahinda said it was rather a matter of a family, not a person. Lokuge noted it was about the woes of the Kehalia family. Ranil asked as to what has happened to that family. Using Thanuka's mobile phone, Mahinda called Kehalia's elder daughter, Chamitri. He told her that the president wants her to write him a letter. After ending the talk on that matter, they chatted for some time about the presidential election. Kehalia has petitioned the appeal court against his remanding until the conclusion of the substandard human immunoglobulin vaccines case at the Malagakanda Magistrates Court. It is fixed for hearing on the 31st. Anyway, it is accepted in legal circles that Ranil has not influenced judicial affairs in any way yet. New lease of life for Wero. Ex-Minister Wero again has a chance at his favourite game, nationalism, to play around with. That came after the April 21st launch of Sri Ramayan Trails Sri Lanka project. That event was patronised by Indian Ayodhya states, Sri Ram Mandir Chief Govind Devgiri Maharaj. Days after that, Wero called for the opening of eyes against this attack on Buddhism and promoting of Ram. Now, he is going about relating a newest version of the story about Ram, Rawana and Vibhishana, and already written a new book on that too. He says it is based on in-depth research he has conducted into geopolitical manoeuvre in the Indo-Pacific. The launch is today at Lakshman Kadirgamar Institute in Colombo. Guest lecturers on the occasion are Professor Induragare Damaratana Thera of Kelaniya University and senior journalist Mohan Samaranayake. Now this is a return of patriotism and nationalism that were nowhere to be seen when people were dying in queues for want of essential supplies. Fonseka to make a return in a big way. A plot is being hatched to push to the top post the one that had once contested, ended up in prison and is now a big shot in the telephone party. A certain group met him and made the suggestion. Without rejecting it, he said he wanted time to think things over. Those involved are former Aragalaya activists who want to field a popular character. That one's hesitation is due to a remark made to him by Ranil a few months back. He was told that he was qualified to be the president or at least the prime minister. Now he is going to have a new wardrobe. Yes, SF is the one we are talking about. But desires don't make one a president. All those would-be presidents should keep that in mind. The race revolves around the Ranil, Sajith and AKD trio. They are miles ahead of the pack. Also, they should not forget that politics is like weather. It changes all the time. That's it for today.